And I'll have a large whiskey. Okay. So, yeah. Do you see the mouse cursor?
Yeah. Hold on. Are you capturing both monitors or something?
No.
Okay, because it's weird. The red line like didn't have a part on the right side, and I thought it was extended onto the other monitor.
No. It's Skype gives you the option what monitor to capture. But yeah. So the pipe.
David. Yeah,
Yes?
I'm not talking about what Skype gives you the option. I'm talking about action.
But Action doesn't have a red thing. Eric, are you purposely trying to confuse me?
When I load up Skype, or when I load up, let me load up.
You confused me even more now. Are we talking about Skype or Action? My brain hurts.
Give me a second.
Physically, it's falling out my ears. That's it.
Okay. It's fine. I was thinking of Bandicam. Bandicam gives a red line when you do a window capture.
I'm not doing a window capture.
Okay. Well, it's fine as long as you're certain you got your shit going.
I've got shit going. Right. Now,
I don't care anymore.
do you see the pipe?
I've been watching fucking competition chat. I'll be on in 10 minutes. I just gotta pack up my fucking drums.
Oh. Do you see the pipe?
I sent the mouse. He's in league with the spider. Yes, I see the pipe, and no, I don't see a fucking...
Right. No, look at it right. Okay, so you see how it's obviously this is the smoke coming out the pipe?
Yeah.
Imagine that's the back of a woman's head with long white hair.
No.
And then the way it curves down, then it curves at her arse, and then goes way up, and her ankles are tied up.
Where are her hands?
Tied, I don't know, kind of looks like one of them's up her arse, but that's a bit weird. I don't know. That's what I saw. Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right, okay, new fucking game. Options. Because I probably want to turn shit down a little bit. What are you doing?
I'm bringing up a walkthrough for this game.
Dear Mr. Holmes,
That's loud!
please let me thank you one more time for your help in solving the case of the Turkish medallion. I'm sure that if the story could go public, the whole country would be as grateful as I am to you. As you may have surmised, I have a very urgent and confidential matter which requires your immediate assistance. You probably are aware that we are going to celebrate the birthday of a very important person, a member of the government. I can't mention their name in this letter for obvious reasons. The most famous and accomplished artists were selected and invited to perform. We are confident about their reputations. However, we have concerns about one performer in particular, a young Italian diva, Gallia, as there are certain rumors circulating about her. She has also provoked great acclaim in every European capital where she has appeared. We want to include her in this gala event, but have reservations about her reputation.
Eric.
She is as fortunate
I can't hear a word
in
you're saying.
London for another engagement. Sir Bromsby has invited her to perform.
The game is
during a
far
reception
too loud.
to commemorate the return of his daughter
I'm
to England.
too scared to
Due
click
reasons
escape
of
to
politics
change it.
and security, I can't
This
attend
way.
the reception myself. Apart from yourself, I do not know anyone else I would be able to complete a mission of such importance. Together with this letter, I am sending 2 invitations, as I assumed your eminent colleague, Dr. Watson, would be accompanying you. A cab will arrive at 221B Baker Street at 8 p.m. to take you to Sherringford Hall. Even though I know that the prospect of attending a private concert given by perhaps the best voice in Europe is very attractive for a music lover like
I want
yourself,
that moustache.
please allow nothing to distract you from this important mission. Yours sincerely, Lord Cavendish Smith.
How can we refuse a mission of such importance? Appearances to the contrary, I believe that the future of the nation can depend on our presence. Are you with me?
If the future of the nation depends upon our presence, Holmes, then you can count on me.
For some reason,
Please come right in. According to the request of Lord Cavendish Smith, During the dinner, you'll be seated together.
What do you know about Sir Bromsby, Holmes?
I have never met the man, and I do not follow what is written in the newspapers. However, I can tell you that Sir Bromsby is a man of approximately 50 years old, tall in stature.
50 years
He is
old.
impulsive and
Yes.
may be prone to violent outbursts. He is of low birth, has few intimate friends, and does not like women. He must be a very aggressive businessman who would not hesitate to go beyond the law if it served his purposes. I'd like to add that today he is going to make a very important declaration concerning his business. And you, Watson, what have you heard about him?
Well, I doubt that I would be able to give as detailed a description as you have just recited. Holmes, how can you say you do not know the man and give such an account?
Watson, you know my methods. Look at the stage and the stand near the fireplace. It is obvious that they are prepared for a very tall man. I see the hostess and servants anxiously glancing in the direction of a door from which their employer must enter. Their expressions go beyond nerves and suggest fear. Only a violent and unpredictable man can cause such anguish. Now look at the guests. The men present at this party are mainly composed of military officers and rich entrepreneurs. All of them are in their 50s and are clearly business associates, so I decided that he is of their age. Furthermore, to have risen as rapidly as he has in this society, Sir Bromsby would have to be a very ruthless and
I don't know what you're
businessman.
laughing at.
The women present reveal much. Beautiful women and young girls, all neatly but rather cheaply dressed. Watson, look more carefully. There are no chaperones. No ladies would appear in public without suitable escort, I assure you. They stare at the youngest gentleman to find a convenient cavalier and cluck like chickens at the smallest idiocy. In short, a man who would invite only business associates and women of the lower classes to the birthday party of his only child must have few friends, rather poor taste in women, and little regard for his daughter. Another item of note, but not the least, observe that group of men speaking very quickly. It's a group of reporters armed with their notebooks gathered together now that the time of the address is coming. These are not the society reporters for the Times sent to cover a gala birthday party. These are the regular reporters who would come only to gain news about the future of the Bromsby Empire. I will conclude by saying that no man, except a lunatic, would accept such an arrangement of tables and furniture. Look quickly, Watson. I hear applause. Sir Bromsby is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you all for attending this special reception. In fact, this moment is a turning point for many people.
It wasn't scary, it was just fucking loud.
Tell Miss Lambert not to allow anyone to leave and to send a man for the police immediately.
Fuck me, I'm deaf. Right, okay. Can I escape? Yes, yes. Holy fucking shit.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
What the fuck happened? Why if I get subtitles on but there was no subtitles?
I
I don't care anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so hi.
Hi. Okay, so a few things. First off, the reason I was laughing is because this is obviously being done through a share screen on Skype, so I don't have any sound. So all I'm hearing is silence and then occasionally someone munching something. I've just been sitting here for 5 minutes just listening to someone eating something.
I thought you got stout. Oh, I would need to change. Ah, that's annoying.
Don't worry about that. That's not a big deal. Okay.
Okay.
Second, I was going to say, this is what I started to say, and then you said you couldn't hear me. This is the first main game they did. They did one before this called The Mummy or something, but it was only, I think, on like DS or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely feel how this one is, you know, old school. When we get to the next one, it's a lot better.
I am Shelock Holmes.
But I figured we should play through this one just for completion, you know?
I must ask.
The other ones you can even play in first person.
Ah.
Now, you can play it in third person, but I find it a lot more atmospheric to play it in first
Is he
person.
still breathing?
He died instantly.
He died instantly.
Where is the bullet?
It's still in the body. I must obtain police authorization to extract it. Never mind.
Who you?
Okay, so I got the walkthrough up, and I figure you can play a bit, and then if you say you're stuck, I'll help you out.
Yep.
We can get through this as quick as possible, so we can get to the ones that are like really really good.
Cool.
First part of the walkthrough is a general tips section. Would you like me to read through this stuff for you?
Yes.
Main menu. You can go back to the main menu at any time by pressing escape. There's no autosave, so make a save file before you quit the game. You can't name save files, but you can see a thumbnail of where you saved. Navigation. Character navigation is very awkward. Sometimes you can just click anywhere and your character will walk in that direction. But if the view is going to change, you must click on the exact hotspot needed. These will be marked by tiny footprints as your cursor passes over the hotspot. However, the footprints aren't necessarily pointing in the direction your character will go when you click the spot. Hotspot footprints may also appear on tables, sofas, and other pieces of furniture. If you have the inventory bar open, it may be covering up a hotspot, so you need to exit the scene. Right-click to close the inventory bar. If you double-click on a hotspot, Holmes might start running. Or not. The game is very inconsistent on this. Sometimes clicking on a hotspot just causes Holmes to turn. Try looking for a different hotspot. If you've used the magnifying glass to zoom in on one scene, you will need to close the magnified view by clicking on the blue Art Deco arrow on the top right corner. Whenever Holmes says a door is closed, he means locked. Either you can't get in at all at this time or you need a key. If you're playing as Holmes, the cursor will be a pipe. If you're playing as Watson, the cursor will be a quill and paper. The cursor will change to a hand if there is something you could pick up or place where you can use an inventory item. Using your inventory, right-click to open the inventory bar. Click on an object in the inventory to see additional options like read or unpack. The read command in the inventory bar doesn't actually read the document. Instead, it gives you two-line note about the document and then copies it to your journal. Then you have to use the Documents tab in your journal to see the document index. Then select the document before you can finally read it. You must read all documents before completing a day. Your inventory tools are a test tube, magnifying glass, and a measuring tape. Just click on them to use them. If Holmes says, "I need something," he usually means he wants one of his tools from his inventory, like the magnifying glass, tape measure, or test tube. But he might also mean he needs one of the inventory objects you picked up, like a knife. Holmes likes to measure footprints and any smudges. Most items will stay in inventory until Holmes analyzes them back at Baker Street. At that point, the item disappears from the inventory, but there will be a new evidence report in the journal about it. Talking to characters. This is pretty simple in this game. Just click on a character and you'll see a list of topics. You must talk to them about all topics shown. If you want to talk about something in inventory, right-click on to open the inventory bar, click on the object to select it, and then hover it over the character. If Holmes says, "I need to use one of my little hints," he means you should ask about a clue from the inventory. You can review previous conversations by checking your journal. Cool. Using the journal. To get to the journal, you thought I was done.
Oh, yeah.
Right-click on the inventory bar, then click on the book icon on the far left. To close the journal after you're done with it, left-click on the book icon again. The journal has 4 tabs: Conversation Log, Document Log, Evidence Log, and Map. You can move up or down in the index to each log by clicking on the stylized arrows on the top and bottom of the index page. Clicking on an item in the index on the left will make its details appear on the right. The map has 2 parts. The left side is the floor plan of the building you're in, if there is one. The right side is a map showing the city locations you could visit. New locations will be added to the map over the course of the day. Answering quizzes. There is a quiz at the end of each day that shows how each clue fits into the mystery. Use the down arrow on the right page to scroll through. Well, I'll read all that when we actually get to the quizzes.
Cool.
All right.
Let's. How the fuck do we? There we go. Let's talk to this guy. I started speaking to him, but I thought it was better.
More questions?
Yes.
Were you an associate of
So Brumsby.
Yes. He seems so much bigger when he's lying down rather than standing.
Standing news.
Were you an associate of the victim?
I just clicked the same thing by accident again.
He looks like me when I tried to get a goatee. I tried to have a goatee once because I wanted to look like fucking Kratos. Let's just say I did not fucking look like Kratos.
Did you try it since they got the bald head?
No, and I'm not going to. The beard is here to stay.
Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Yes. Sorry, I'm going to stop that now. I'm annoying myself. Alright. Ooh.
I mean, if you want, I can kind of go through the... Like I said, I want to get through this game as quick as possible, so
yeah.
If you want, I can just go through the walkthrough and kind of help you along.
Yeah, that's just good.
Ballroom, day 1, people. To start, there are 5 people in the ballroom. You need to talk to all of them. 2 are on the speaker stage, 2 are military men or guests, and a servant is sweeping.
Did you have a personal relationship with Sir Bromsby?
What impertinence! I will answer questions of this nature only if the issue from my superiors or the authorities, and you, sir, are neither of those.
Well, I must leave you now.
All right, young man.
Hi. So how long's this game, would you say, then?
Could you answer some...
Oh, God, it's been years since I played this one, but from the walkthrough, it says there's only 5 days. So I can't imagine it's too long. These games aren't really that long. When you just look at like how much content there is, the length is more in like figuring things out.
Yeah.
And where are the rest of the staff?
Mary was cleaning upstairs. Sue went to comfort some little boys who had been crying bitterly. It's rather odd because it seemed to me she started crying before Sir Bromsby was shot.
And the coachman?
Lamb is at the main gate. Miss Lambert gave him specific instructions to throw out any reporters and ensure they do not re-enter the hall. However, it would not be good if he finds you've been asking questions here. Tell me, will my name appear in the newspaper?
What sort of man was Sir Bromsby? I mean, as an employer?
Troublesome and bad-tempered, but he paid well.
Where were you at the moment this tragedy occurred?
Like all the servants, I was in the ballroom. It was the special orders of the old crowd. In my opinion, it was done in particular to have more people there to applaud him. Canny old bird, wasn't he?
Okay.
Your help.
My pleasure, sir.
And you see there's another guy about somewhere?
Yes. And there's some speech notes by the stage if you haven't got them yet.
Yeah, I picked them up first.
And if you hover over the notes in the inventory and then click read, it'll copy them to your journal.
Ah.
The first handwriting is small and elegant. The second is hurried and forceful.
And then if you go into the journal, you can actually fully read them.
Program?
No, I think it was the speech that you just got. The Sir Bromsby. Boomby.
Acknowledgements. Acknowledgements. If a notable person is present, do not forget to acknowledge them. You welcome your daughter. You then invite her to enter the hall soon. When she's on the stage, you make your speech for the journalists. Don't forget the villager and the serpent. Oh, that's different. Shooting at the pigeon isn't mentioned in the programme. Miss Lambert added this at the last moment. Don't forget to mention this. Okay. Oh, hello.
You do not seem the least bit alarmed.
In India, I became quite familiar with the sound of gunshots. Therefore, their sudden occurrence does not alarm me as they would a woman or certain officers in attendance.
Sexist motherfucker.
Why didn't you intervene?
It would have been of no use. Whoever he is, the man who did this is either a perfect shot or extremely lucky, because old Bromsby had no chance at all.
Could you explain your presence at this reception?
Bromsby sent me 2 invitations for myself and the wife. My wife has fainted due to the shock of these events. I do hope her condition will last a good while longer, so that I may toss off several glasses of this excellent sherry.
Oh, I can't help think that would be me.
Very well. Thank you.
Someone's been shot, but where's the whiskey? There's a bar.
Okay, now don't go through the door yet. Go over near some tables. I'm trying to find a part of the level that matches up with what I'm seeing right now. Right click to close.
Oh
the
yeah.
door.
Right.
Okay, I think it's go to that end.
I hope action's capturing the mouse cursor. Otherwise, our whole discussion about that being a naked lady earlier on is just not gonna make any sense.
I think the area you see over to the right, there's those 2 pillars.
Yes.
Go over near those.
Where that guy is at the bar, or the pillars?
The pillars on the right.
That's why you said the right.
I believe so.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay, now go left a little. Keep going forward. Okay, on one of those chairs, there's a little bit of cloth.
Look, what's this?
Okay, now it says you can search the outer rooms.
Start with this one.
The handle is twisted down.
Okay.
It smells of gunpowder.
Okay, there's a piece of something next to the armor.
Handsome armor. Handsome armor.
It's like on the floor.
Oh yeah. Give me it.
This black cloth is large enough to conceal a person.
Oh, it's an invisibility cloak.
What are you doing, Potter? Yep. I think that's probably the most unrealistic thing about that entire series of novels is that he gets an invisibility cloak and not once goes into the girls' bathroom to jack off. I would have done that shit day one.
Maybe he did. Oh, sorry, I was scratching places.
Black hair.
Black hair.
And then there should be a smudge on the door by the armor. Yeah. I
Oh,
see
yes,
it.
yeah.
We need the tape measure for that.
I need something. The tracer powder is located at 1 meter 65 from the surface. There is a greasy substance on the door handle. Seems to be a sauce.
Baby gravy.
Okay, hall with clock. Do you hear a clock?
Yeah.
Okay. Says you'll need to look carefully as there are 3 items to collect here.
Okay, I've got one of them. I found 2 of them. And I think I see a smudge or something, a footstep there.
I need something.
Yeah,
I need something.
I've got something. Right, well, put it back.
I need something.
What do you... Be more specific, man. Right, so that's the 3 things.
All right, and it says you can open the purse in your inventory.
A small caliber pistol. A right model.
A fucking gun?
Train and ship tickets from Geneva to London.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
There's a greasy substance on the door handle. Seems to be a sauce.
Oh, hello.
Excuse me, but would you be Mary?
What do you want, mister?
Did you hear the shot?
Of course, I heard everything. But I didn't stop my work. Imagine that someone else had been killed and not my master. We would have given me a good talking to.
Ooh.
What's happened here, on this carpet?
And he
Looks
looked
like splooge to
marvelous
me.
hand over the fowl. Supposedly passed by without even taking notice. It did seem his mind was elsewhere these days. Of course, it was probably because of Miss Lavinia's homecoming.
Sir
What do you
Bronsby.
think of your employer?
He could be the very devil at times, but not the worst. If you had just known my father. And then the master was so generous with our wages.
I thought it said passport.
Did you observe anyone pass this way after the shot was fired?
No one's come this way, not from the moment I returned after emptying my bucket, and the whole while I've been cleaning. I only saw Scott, who was in the ballroom. He half opened the door to tell me the news.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Mary.
Not to worry, sir.
No, I want to collect the splooge.
I don't think you need to pick it up.
I don't know why I said that. That's not a sentence I ever thought I would ever hear myself say.
Blue tablecloths, yet they are shorter than the white ones used in the ballroom.
Okay.
I think that's all you need to do here. It says you can't go upstairs until day 2.
Ah. Okay, so that we're done with this room then.
Okay, dining room. Hold on.
I see boobs.
Doing a lot of scrolling because I'm trying to find. Okay, there's the dining room.
This is a woman's handwriting. What do all these annotations mean?
Okay.
Okay, all I see is in like this guide's written really weird. It has pictures, but it also has text.
Oh God, people.
I'll go ahead and talk to people.
I'm trying to say to talk to first. I'm going to talk to this bald gentleman.
Let me introduce myself.
Is that not the bitch that shot the gun?
Mr. Holmes, the infamous detective. We are
Ooh.
heaven blessed by your presence. I am afraid I am still in shock.
Whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
Oh, I
That's weird. It says there's 3 people in the dining room, but I only saw 2.
Yeah, there's only 2 here.
I am Herman Grimble.
I don't know.
To the late Sir Melvin Bromsby and minority shareholder of Bromsby Enterprises.
So you knew Sir Bromsby well, then?
What a sad end for such a great man. We first met in India several years ago. That would have been before the birth of Miss Lavinia. We have been business associates and friends ever since that moment.
What sort of man was Sir Bromsby?
He was a man with strong character that at times seemed excessive. He was unyielding, but he was a good man.
According to many witnesses, Sir Bromsby seemed anxious.
Well, he really was a little worried these days, but it was most certainly due to the strains associated with the reception. Ensuring a good time for his guests and the happiness of his...
Okay, this walkthrough is written a
They had
lot
not
nicer.
seen each other in 6 years. Perhaps he could not see her in the room.
Tell us what you saw.
I was behind Sir Bromsby when it all happened. I am sorry, but as such I could not see anything of interest. But I am convinced that Miss Lavinia had nothing to do with it.
Have you any knowledge about the succession of his business interests?
I believe that Sir Bromsby had drawn up his will with his attorney.
Okay, I believe this is the
Holmes
banquet
found
room.
it. When it is read, we will know more about the specifics. But I can assure
Yeah, it
you
makes sense.
that nothing therein would threaten
Because that's what
Bromsby
fucking
Enterprises.
British people are like. Ooh, you need a dining room and a banquet room and just go and fucking eat your fucking
Mr.
food on your lap like a normal human being.
Would have most certainly been invited, although he is hardly a person of high
That
society.
turkey back there does look good.
Is that a turkey? I thought
don't
it was
know.
I thought it was a pig.
I don't fucking know. Keep in mind, I've got like the Skype window kind of squished to the side, and then a Firefox window on the other side.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Always improvised his speeches in public as well as in business. Nevertheless, it was still necessary to remind him about
Oh, right,
particular points. So I sometimes made notes for him on a sheet of paper. Hold on, he must have made that odd notation himself. It says something about a peasant and a snake.
So that's why it was written
What
differently.
did it mean?
Foes.
Did Sir Bromsby have any enemies?
Oh, there are always those who envy a man who is successful in business. But to say that Sir Bromsby had enemies? No, I cannot think of anyone who would desire his death.
Thank you very much.
I am at your disposal.
That sounds dirty. Okay. Oh, hello.
Lisa, I have
Yeah.
nothing to tell. Everyone stands ready to accuse me.
You
of
now
this
have
foul
AIDS.
deed. I've only seen my father die before my very eyes on day of my majority.
Oh.
He just came walking in like a fucking flamingo.
That was brilliant.
Where were you at the moment of the shooting?
I
The
was near the bar
shooting.
speaking with Colonel Patterson. Everybody started applauding and turning towards the
shooting.
stage. I turned to look through the
The
crowd.
shoosting of the shoosters.
Let the shooting begin.
Did you notice anything in particular?
When one of the doors opened, I did see a person hidden from the other's view. A beautiful young lady stood just at the threshold. I felt somewhat ashamed for staring at her so intensely, but her considerable charms captured my full attention and shooting took place.
Yeah, considerable charms. Yeah, in other words, fucking tits.
Are you sure it was Miss Bromsby?
Yes, Colonel Patterson was next to me and can confirm what I saw. It seems to me that no one else was near us at that precise moment.
Your presence here.
What is your reason for being here?
I owe it to Colonel Patterson. We met each other several days ago at his club. He kindly persuaded me to accompany him.
That guy's so awkward. What?
Okay, it said it's gonna transport you back here.
Yeah. Take our tongue to this motherfucker.
Yeah. Talk to Colonel Patterson.
My questions.
I am listening to you.
Where were you precisely when the tragedy occurred?
We had been standing at the bar until the shot rang out, and I personally remained at the bar after it.
Nobody gives a fuck. The guy's been shot.
Did you happen to notice Miss Bromsby at that moment?
Impossible. My eyesight is so deucedly poor that I would not even notice if a fly fell into my whiskey.
Really?
Yes, damn shame. But I have a fine ear. I can offer much when the questions are about sounds. I can tell you that from all the applause, that old Bromsby had arrived and entered from my right. For the sound to have carried so well, the crowd must have been parted in that direction. I will add that if Lieutenant Harrington says that he saw a flea dancing with a fly in this place, you can take it on trust.
Fucking hell.
I'm laughing because, again, this whole time I'm just sitting in abject silence. I just hear an occasional person doing something.
Invite him to be my guest at this reception, where he could make many fair acquaintances.
Anything
Is
else?
there anything else you recall?
Well, hold on a moment. I do have a scoop for your tabloid. I can assure you that Bromsby was killed with a right revolver of small caliber.
I knew he was going to give us details about the gun.
Thank you for this information, sir.
When he said he could tell anything with his ears, I thought he'll be able to tell what kind of gun it was.
Okay, let's see here. It says,
Why am I using was sad? For fuck's sake.
talk to Lieutenant Harrington.
Hello.
Were you at that precise spot at the moment of the murder?
Indeed, I was standing just there. I could easily see the door because there were so few people in front of me.
What did you do right after the shot was fired?
I left the room as did almost everyone. I must leave now and make my excuses to Miss Lavinia for my behavior, don't you think?
Goodbye.
For your help.
And now talk to the barman.
Barman?
Yes, he should be at the bar there.
I would like to ask you several questions, if you don't mind.
I'll have a large whiskey.
Are you one of the household staff?
No, I was sent by the Hartford agency to serve at the reception.
What were you doing when the tragedy happened?
I was serving those two gentlemen. As I was occupied, I saw nothing.
All right, you may take or leave.
Good evening, sir.
And I'll have a large whiskey.
Oh,
me,
talk to the
Sherlock.
guy sweeping the floor now.
Ah, shit. Oh, do you really need to slow walk round? Can you not like shout from the other end of the room? It's fine. Oh.
Okay, looks like you've already... Keep in mind, I'm looking at a different walkthrough now. So
All right, yeah.
different. Okay, so... let's see here. Let me go back to the top of the walkthrough. We've been through the ballroom. Okay, go through one of the doors, and we'll see where you are. Okay, your hallway with the armor. Enter the door across from the armor.
Ooh, kitchen.
Kitchen.
This is diabolically heavy.
Fucking, what is your point? Oh, this is diabolically heavy. No shit, Sherlock. Right, oh, hey, you see what I did there? Oh my god, it's
Yeah, you need to use
steeping
your
that low.
magnifying glass on that floor.
Ooh.
Small copy of a uniform button. The cannon insignias are hand-drawn.
I'm looking at this walkthrough. It says, check the wood-covered dustbin on the left. The lid is diabolically heavy.
Nothing of any interest here.
Check the sink and the cabinets.
Okay. It's not letting me. Maybe there's more around here.
Well, it does
Oh! Look at this guy!
Yes, it says, talk to him.
Hi, dude.
May I help you?
The lid of your dustbin is quite heavy.
It makes some noise, doesn't it? At least we know when somebody closes it. I was in the cellar, and I heard the lid closing a little before that, what you said was the shot. I heard it again right after. But that surely must have been Mary, our maid.
I didn't mention anything about a shot yet.
Are you aware of what has just happened?
Yes, it seems that our master has got himself killed. Scott told me that much. On his daughter's birthday. And all these nice dishes. It took me so long to prepare them. What a disaster.
How would you describe Sir Bromsby?
Well, as an employer, he was not easily satisfied, always insisting on some Indian or French.
Oh shit, you know what I just realized?
Huh?
Is this game running in like a weird resolution?
Yes.
You might want to make sure your action is set to record at original size. Because if you have it set to like 720 or something, it'll stretch it.
Oh shit.
Which in post, you could probably stretch the video back to kind of make it what size it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be a little awkward to figure out, you know. Which, as long as like in between recordings, you if in between recordings you record the next one at the right size, like make sure you set it to original size, then you should be able to layer those two videos together and get an idea of how much stretching needs to be done.
Yeah.
And insisted on blue to match the color of the daughter's eyes. And look how he placed the tables in the ballroom. I have never seen.
I would say if you are gonna try to alt-tab and fix it, make sure you save your game.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Just in case the... Go ahead and ask about Mary.
Mary.
You say it was Mary, the housemaid. How can you be sure?
The first time I saw her with my own eyes, when she came to empty the rubbish. She cautioned me not to fall asleep in the storeroom. She always has something amusing to say. The second time, I didn't see her. I only heard the lid close.
Okay, so there's something in there then.
I will let you get back to your work.
Okay. I'm going to save and quickly check that footage then.